Estimates for the number of jobs lost as General Motors restructures are as high as 14,700, some 8,000 white-collar, the remainder factory workers. The plants affected are in Michigan, Ohio and Maryland in the US and Ontario in Canada. Production will also cease at two as-yet unnamed plants outside North America by the end of 2019. In Lordstown, Ohio, workers despaired not just for those being laid off, but for the whole community.
For every one of our jobs, I've heard around 7 jobs on the outside are obviously impacted. So, not only the folks that are working in the part supplying sector, but look at the grocery stores, right? Look at the restaurants, the doctor's offices, the hospitals.
GM says the layoffs are necessary to adapt to a changing US car market. Sales of sedans are down as sales of SUVs and trucks grow. The company also says it will focus more on autonomous and electric vehicles. It's been 10 years since General Motors was bailed out with taxpayer money, a fact not lost on the United Auto Workers Union, which has vowed that the decision will not go unchallenged. GM's production decisions, in light of employee concessions during the economic downturn and a taxpayer bailout from bankruptcy, it said, put profits before the working families of this country, whose personal sacrifices stood with GM during those dark days. These decisions are a slap in the face to the memory and recall of that historical American-made bailout. We must step away from the anti-worker thinking of seeking simply the lowest labor cost on the planet. GM exceeded expectations with better-than-expected third-quarter earnings of $2.5 billion, boosting shareholder value. And Monday's announcement led to a further rise in its share price. GM says it will save $6 billion in cash as a result of the restructuring. This is a blow to Donald Trump, who said his corporate tax cuts would help save the U.S.'s manufacturing industry. The president has repeatedly boasted about his role in GM's future job creation. And on Monday, he said he remains hopeful.
I'm not happy about it. Their car is not selling well, so they'll put something else. I have no doubt that in a not-too-distant future, they'll put something else. They better put something else in.
As a result of Trump's economic policies, the trade deficit is going to nearly double over the next 5 years. It's going to cost millions of manufacturing jobs.
2 of the plants affected are in swing states that were key to Trump's victory in 2016. The president's pitch to the American workers who voted for him is fraying. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera.